For me, long-distance observations are the most important proof of the flat Earth. Under the globe model, all standing bodies of water, and land for that matter, must have a certain degree of convexity. Based on a globe circumference of 24,901 miles, the alleged curvature of the Earth should drop away from you at approximately 8 inches per mile squared. That approximation is very accurate, up to even 1,000 miles, and is well proven with engineering software and many calculators online. 8 inches per mile squared isn't some negligible amount that can't be measured. It's huge, and you can go out and test it yourself. Just look at those numbers of how much curvature drop there should be under the globe. When I first learned of 8 inches per mile squared, I had to test it to see if the globe was real with my own eyes. And I have spent a lot of time doing so, and I haven't made a penny on it. Please let me share 9 of my long-distance tests with you, and I have all the measurements listed here. Let's begin, and I'll try to be fast. Willard Bay 6.3 mile mirror reflection test. This was my first long-distance observation. My wife carried a 4-foot mirror at the opposite end of a reservoir, reflecting the sunlight. From 6.3 miles away, I watched my wife place the mirror into the water. Under the globe model, my wife should have been entirely obstructed by the curvature with a target hidden height of over 12 feet. There is simply no measurable Earth curvature over that reservoir. What I truly still love about this test is the fact that the entire shoreline is visible without any significant distortion. This test shocked me to my core as I began to see that we had been lied to about the Earth, and I was literally shaking afterwards. I was just a normal attorney at that time, but this event caused me to reevaluate everything that was important to me. And I started a YouTube channel just so I could share these tests with everyone else. Utah Lake 7.53 mile spotlight test. For this next test, the water was extremely calm, and so I was able to place my tripod in the water with only a camera height of 2.5 feet. My wife carried a spotlight 7.53 miles away, and I filmed her place the spotlight right up to the water's edge, at her feet. At 7.53 miles, my wife should have been, again, entirely hidden by the supposed curvature of the Earth, with a target hidden height of 21 feet. After this test, I first referred to myself as a flat earther. It was undeniable. Utah Lake 7.53 mile frozen spotlight test. For this test, I reversed the direction of my previous test and conducted this one in freezing conditions. I chose freezing conditions to test whether the cold air changed the outcome. Like the last time, under the globe model, my wife's spotlight should have been hidden 21 feet below the horizon. Regardless of the conditions, so long as the water is calm and there's little miraging, the globe fails. What's also important about this video is the fact that all of the lights and the reflections are symmetrical on the flat water, debunking all the nonsense about refraction making the bulge disappear. Great Salt Lake 1.34 mile horizon test. What is the horizon? It's an interesting question. Under the globe model, the horizon is a physical barrier. It marks the point where the water or ground begins to obscure distant objects, and the maximum distance in miles to the globe horizon is equal to 1.225 times the square root of the observer's height in feet. This is the official position. I believe this footage was the first recorded test of the distance to the horizon that has ever been performed, but I don't think I received any awards for it. But I thought it was awesome. In this case, I observed a small piece of land at a distance of 1.34 miles. I brought down the camera to just a few inches above the water and conducted the test in both directions with the same results. Under the globe model, at just a few inches above the water, the horizon could not be further than 0.7 miles away. That's the maximum horizon distance under the globe model. There should not be any water visible beyond 0.7 miles, but you can clearly see the horizon extending much further than possible under the globe model. To my knowledge, this video was the first recorded black swan which debunked the primary globe claim that the Earth has a radius of 3,959 miles. Bear Lake 19-mile laser test. This was one of my favorite laser tests because we had cell phone service, the conditions were very clear, and the water was calm. And you can see all of the lights along the other shore debunking any nonsense about a laser beam divergence hopping over the curvature. The distance was nearly 19 miles with both a laser and observation height of 5 feet. Under the globe math, the globe horizon would have to be closer than a mere 2.7 miles, and one would have to be 173 feet high to see the laser source over a supposed curvature hump. But you can see the laser source and its reflection on the flat water, clearly debunking the globe. Great Salt Lake 21-mile laser test. This was my longest laser test at a distance of 21 miles. We didn't have any cell phone service at our location, which made this difficult, but we were very fortunate to still achieve this result. At a distance of 21 miles and a camera and laser height of 5 feet, under the globe model, that laser and the opposite shore should have been between 218 to 223 feet below the geometric physical horizon of the globe. That's a lot of curvature, and the globe failed miserably. Utah Lake 7.52-mile laser test. For my first laser test at Utah Lake, the distance was 7.52 miles and the opposite laser was set at 2.7 feet above the water. Under the globe math, I would have to be over 22 feet high to observe the laser. Instead, my camera was only 2.5 feet above the water, and you can see when the laser makes a direct hit with the camera. Here is some cell phone footage of the test, which I thought looked awesome. Utah Lake 17.57-mile laser test. Our next test was at a distance of 17.57 miles. The opposite laser was only 3.2 feet above the water. At that laser height and a distance of 17.57 miles, under the globe, I would have to be 158 feet high above the water to see the laser. Defying the globe, I was able to film the laser and its reflection on the flat, calm water. The video footage is just amazing and indisputable. Utah Lake 18.3-mile laser test. For the final test, we were at a distance of 18.3 miles. The laser was set again at 3.2 feet above the water. Under the globe, I would have to be 173 feet high to see the laser 18.3 miles away. It's a bit out of focus, but there is the laser in total contradiction to the globe. So, those were some of my tests. I want to share with you my top 5 favorite long-distance tests from others proving the globe false. Choosing just 5 videos was extremely difficult for me because I love so many tests from so many people. For example, I just love this one that was filmed in Finland. That cruise ship in the distance was 16.8 miles away, and if you look closely, there's another ship behind that one, proving that the horizon is even further than 16.8 miles. The camera height was only 2 feet above the water, and the globe physical horizon should have been closer than 1.7 miles. Furthermore, the globe hidden should have been 151 feet. None of the boat should be visible, and not a single inch of the cruise ship is being blocked by a purported curvature, as proven by the ship perspectively higher behind it. I have shared many of Wide Awake's observations on my channel. There are so many good ones, but I really like this one. The bird rack coordinates were established by navigational charts, and the distance was 11.22 miles away from the camera, with a camera height of 2.5 feet. 57 feet should be hidden behind the globe bulge. But you can see water behind the rack, proving that none of it is being hidden. I love this one from Observable Reality, where he gets his camera to just inches off of the water. Under the globe math, that entire bridge should be hidden behind the curvature with a target hidden height of 44 feet, but you can see all the way down to the water below the bridge. I have shared several laser tests from Lee in Canada that are just amazing. All of the laser tests he has shared are impossible on the globe, and some just look absolutely stunning. Lee's furthest test that you see here was at 28.6 miles. That's enough supposed curvature to hide a huge 486 feet. That's just impossible under the globe. I also wanted to share this laser test from the Sea of Galilee in Israel, or Palestine if you prefer, that was filmed by our Muslim friends. I just pray that they're okay over there. It breaks my heart. The distance to the laser was 11.5 miles, and the laser was at a height of 3 feet. At that distance and laser height, you would have to be 59 feet high to see the laser like that. But the camera was at 11.5 feet above the water. The Sea of Galilee is flat. Here is a great test from Space Fool. Look at how low he got his camera. This is how you need to conduct these tests. Based on that low camera height and a distance of 16 miles, the entire 140-foot water tower should be hidden behind the globe. You can see both the tower and the tree line in front of the tower. Here's a great one from an engineer, Pablo's dog. As shown in this video still, each of the platforms should be hidden partially behind the curvature. I have all the numbers there. The furthest platform at 14.6 miles should have been substantially hidden by 27 feet below the Earth's bulge, but you can see water behind it, proving that none of the platform is hidden behind the Earth's curvature. I've also shared many of BMLS B69's videos on my channel. Of course, I love BMLS B69's famous Black Swan video. A big thanks to Nathan Oakley and Quantum Eraser for getting that information out. At an observation height of 1 foot, the globe geometric horizon would have to be closer than 1.2 miles. But the visible horizon is beyond the platform that was 9.4 miles away. Globe propagandists want you to believe that the globe bulge, that should have been blocking 16.4 feet of the first platform and 45 feet of the second platform, somehow disappeared without affecting the platforms, and then reappeared miles beyond the second platform. You truly have to be insane to believe that. BMLS B69 filmed another awesome black swan, where still water is again visible far beyond the mandated globe horizon. In this case, the camera was at an elevation of 105 feet, which would put the globe horizon closer than 12.6 miles. In utter defiance of the globe, you can see the water behind the platform that was 26.45 miles away. Not even an inch of that platform is being hidden behind a supposed globe, when 129 feet should have been hidden behind the Earth's alleged curvature. I have so many more, but let's get to my top 5 favorite flat Earth long-distance test videos, and you can find all of these on my channel. Number 5, Grota 1 8-mile frozen lake test. This new proof of the flat Earth comes from Grota 1 from a frozen lake in Manitoba, Canada. For this curvature test, Grota 1 essentially set 4 lights at around 1 foot above the water and ice. He set up his camera at about 8 miles away from the furthest light and 5 miles away from the closest light. The lights were spread out at about a mile apart. At each location, Grota 1 drilled down to the water just to confirm that he wasn't on some irregular ice formation, and to also ensure that his test was on a level surface. The furthest light from the camera was the red light at 8 miles from the camera. The blue light was at about 7 miles, the yellow was at 6 miles, and the orange light was the closest one at 5 miles away from the camera. But here he is sitting in his truck at a distance of 8 miles from the red light. Notice that the lights are all on the same flat plane. There is no Earth bulge and no physical globe horizon. Next, Grota 1 lowered his camera to only 12 7/8 inches above the surface. At that small elevation, the globe horizon would have to be closer than 1.27 miles, and the furthest light, the red one, should have been 29 feet below the horizon. That's taking into account the 1 foot height of the light. Notice how the lights are all on the same flat plane. There's absolutely no supposed bulge here. And if there is no curvature on that frozen lake, then there is no Earth curvature anywhere. Look at the red light. That light should be 29 feet below the horizon. It's just amazing that they got away with this lie for so long. Finally, Grota 1 brought his camera down even lower to just 5 7/8 inches off of the ice. At this very low elevation, the red light would have to be a whopping 33 feet below the horizon. That's 34 feet minus the 1 foot height of the laser. Without question, the globe fails again. Furthermore, under the official model, the globe horizon would have to be closer than a mere 0.86 miles. There is no globe physical curve here, blocking your view. As Grota 1 demonstrated on this frozen lake, regardless of the conditions, the Earth is observably, testably, repeatedly, and measurably flat. Number 4. Dr. John D. Wind Farm Black Swans. Dr. John D's long-distance observations were of the Rampion Wind Farm, which is located 8 miles off the coast of England, between England and France. I have identified his approximate coordinates here, in front of the Worthing Sailing Club. Here is more documentation regarding the location of the wind farm. We are concerned with these 6 turbines on the left, numbered 1 through 6, which will appear on the right-hand side of the actual video. From the observer's position, the closest of those 6 turbines was a little over 8 miles away, and the furthest of the turbines was nearly 11.2 miles away from the camera. Now, Dr. John did film from 2 different camera heights, 2 feet and 3.5 feet. I'm going to be concentrating on the 3.5 foot footage. Here's footage of his camera at 3.5 feet, and it also shows his location in front of the Worthing Sailing Club. Under the globe model, the horizon marks the physical point at which the purported curvature begins to obstruct distant objects. Dr. John D. defined the globe physical geometric horizon as the maximum distance that the sea and the sky can be observed to meet. It's a good definition. You can calculate the distance to the alleged globe horizon by multiplying 1.225 and the square root of the observer's height in feet. Or you can just use an online calculator like this Earth curvature calculator that uses the official globe dimensions. So, according to the official globe math at a 3.5 foot observation height, the physical horizon would have to be closer than a mere 2.3 miles, and that's assuming a perfectly smooth ball. So, large waves, miraging, and atmospheric opacity may easily reduce that distance to the alleged physical horizon, but there's no way to increase the distance to the globe physical horizon without increasing the elevation of the camera. For brevity, I'm leaving out much of Dr. John D's footage, but you should go and watch it all. I chose this specific footage because there is a distant boat far behind those 6 turbines. Of course, the boat should be entirely hidden behind the supposed ball of Earth, but that's not what I want to address. Because the boat is higher perspectively than the base of the turbine that was 11.2 miles away, we know, as a matter of fact, that there is absolutely not even a centimeter of curvature present. Remember, according to the globe, the horizon was supposed to be closer than 2.3 miles, and that horizon is far beyond the turbine, beyond 11.2 miles. What is the reasonable implication of this video evidence? This is indisputable evidence that there is no measurable curvature when the globe model says that the curvature should be easy to measure and detect over these distances. Because the curvature does not exist, the globe model is false. Number 3, Flatlanders, 27-mile Salton Sea mirror flash and laser test.
No, we're doing together like we're big.
Are you seeing a big sun beam?
We witnessed a mirror flash from 27 miles away. Mirrors are line of sight, so you have to see the mirror to see the flash, and at that distance we shouldn't be able to see it due to the curvature of the Earth.
Splash! Flash! We're seeing it.
What? No.
Everybody used to say that. Hot flash! Hot flash.
Raise your hand.
Hot flash.
Well, we got the end of the sunset. We got Venus in the sky.
Oh man, that's great. Wow. That works perfect. Come down here. Look at this, Randy. Oh, hold on, hold on.
Setting up some lights for laser observation. 27 miles in this direction to the north.
Last night after dark, we observed a laser from the same spot, 27 miles away, clear as day across the water. I have it on my camera. It was obvious. You could see the light from 27 miles away, and if the Earth was a sphere, that's beyond the imaginary curve. It shouldn't be there. You shouldn't be able to see a light from 27 miles away.
Capture. We see you guys. Blue with multicolored lights.
Freaking crazy. Okay.
From them. That's theirs.
I'm gonna hang up because I want to record this.
I gotta record.
You guys must be safe.
Yeah.
Blue light, super bright.
Green!
Number 2, Flatlanders, 35.9 mile record distance laser test. The tests were conducted along the Bonneville Salt Flats in Utah on January 24, 2020. Flatlanders actually conducted a few tests at varying distances, but in the end, they achieved an amazing final distance of 35.89 miles. To the best of my knowledge, 35.89 miles is the record long-distance laser observation, and I think it's awesome. But I hope that some of you try to even beat that. Frequently on my channel, globe propagandists complain that we flat earthers only conduct our flat earth tests over water, as though disappearing bulges of water are somehow more plausible for the globe. Well, this test was at a distance of 35.89 miles across land, and there is simply no possible way that these results could have happened on a globe. According to the globe math, if the globe were real, the distance of 35.9 miles would be enough curvature to hide 720 feet. That would be an Earth bulge high enough to hide the tallest building in Denver, Colorado, the Republic Plaza, which has a height of 717 feet, 56 floors. That's insane. Are the globe propagandists really going to claim that the giant curvature bulge just disappeared? It's utter nonsense. Flat Earth is real. Let's get the drums rolling. Now for my all-time favorite long-distance flat Earth test. This one comes from BMLSB 69 again, and it is fantastic. Unless you really love the globe. You can't be an honest globe believer after watching this one. This flat Earth evidence comes from Bo from California, who has the channel BMLSB69. Let's start with Bo's observation location in Santa Barbara, California. The coordinates are listed here. To prove that he did not change the observation height, Bo continually recorded as he walked to his location on the beach and set his camera to the low observation height of 1.5 feet off of the ocean water. With an observation height of 1.5 feet, under the globe model, the physical geometric horizon would have to be closer than 1.5 miles. If you don't want to use a globe calculator like this one, you can also calculate the minimum distance to the globe horizon in miles by multiplying the square root of the observer's height in feet and multiplying by 1.225. We are going to examine 4 different observations from Bo's video that prove the globe false. First is Platform Hill House at a distance of 6.2 miles. Second is Platform Habitat at 9.4 miles. Third is Platform Grace at 18.9 miles. Last is Arch Rock, Anacapa Island at 31.8 miles. Let's begin with the footage of Platform Hill House and Platform Habitat. Platform Hill House on the right was 6.2 miles away, and Platform Habitat on the left was 9.4 miles away. Remember, our globe geometric horizon should have been closer than a mere 1.5 miles. 15 feet of Platform Hill House should have been hidden behind the supposed curvature, and 42 feet of Platform Habitat should have been hidden. In fact, with the curvature, the platform should have looked something like this, being blocked by a massive hill of water. However, no reasonable person can claim that even an inch of the platforms are being hidden behind a curvature, because the horizon is many miles beyond the platforms. You'll get a sense of how far away the horizon is once we examine Platform Grace. Regardless, the video of the platforms is clear. This isn't a mirage. Claiming that a massive hill of water can just disappear without affecting the clarity of both the objects in front of and the objects hidden behind the hill exhibits manifest stupidity or dishonesty. But let's start with the false presupposition that the Earth is a ball and that we're going to measure the minimum size of the radius of the globe by using the distance to the horizon. Looking at Platform Hill House at 6.2 miles, obviously the geometric horizon of our theoretical globe must be much further than 6.2 miles, but we're going to use 6.2 miles. With a horizon distance of 6.2 miles, using the Pythagorean theorem of a squared plus b squared equals c squared, the Earth would have to have a minimum radius of 67,654 miles. The official claim is that the Earth's radius is 3,959 miles. B-flat confirmed the calculation of 67,654 miles with AutoCAD as shown here. Already, the globe model is ridiculous. Let's continue to Platform Habitat with a distance of 9.4 miles. Using the Pythagorean theorem again for our imaginary globe and a geometric horizon of 9.4 miles, the Earth's radius would have to be a minimum of 155,514 miles. That's the minimum size of the globe, and the horizon is still much further than 9.4 miles. Do you see how absurd the globe is? But let's continue on to the third observation of Platform Grace. At an observation height of 1.5 feet and a distance of 18.9 miles, according to the globe, 202 feet should be hidden behind the Earth's bulge. But Platform Grace is only 122 feet tall. The top of the platform should be 80 feet below the bulge. What's crazy here is the fact that the horizon is visible miles beyond Platform Grace. So how big would our imaginary globe have to be with a horizon further than 18.9 miles? The Earth's radius would have to be greater than 628,690 miles. How can we know for certain that the horizon is miles beyond Platform Grace? Because you can see Arch Rock here, which has a height of 40 feet, and the base of Arch Rock is prospectively higher than the base of Platform Grace. At that distance, the atmosphere is compressing the island, and it's a bit blurry, but we can adjust the contrast a bit and can clearly see that the base of Arch Rock is higher than the base of Platform Grace. Arch Rock was 31.8 miles away from the camera. According to the globe, 612 feet should have been hidden at that distance. Of course, under the globe, none of the rock should be visible. It's hard to tell because it is blurry, but there is no visible horizon blocking anything all the way to Arch Rock. But for fairness, let's drop our visible horizon distance to, say, 30 miles. How big would the globe have to be if the horizon was at least 30 miles away at an observation height of 1.5 feet? The radius of the Earth would have to be bigger than 1,584,000 miles. The globe is insanity. Thanks for watching.